When I was in school around grade 7, one sad day I happened to find a list, a poll that the boys in my year had made. Um, and the poll was basically listing all the girls in our year according to their bat factor. Now, a bat, where I come from, is someone who is not that good looking. And unfortunately for me, I found myself being the second most battiest person in the entire year, which had a profound impact on me. And seriously, so for most of my life afterwards, and I turned 30 next month, for most of my life, I have gone around having this perception of myself that I'm completely ugly and batty. And it has shaped so much of my life. It affects everything that I wear, affects how I wear my hair, it affects how I perceive myself, and I struggle with this every day. I think this is really sad because it's like you said in your video that like the non-beautiful people of the world have to like work hard and study hard and kind of perform better than the beautiful people in order for them to get anywhere. So anyway, I'm gonna have to edit this video because it's just getting so long. The Renato video, I was watching it and I was kind of enjoying it. I don't really watch Renato that much because, well, you know, anyway. But I was kind of enjoying it, you know, he was pretty honest with it. And then came the part when the two women walked across his camera screen, and there's that fog on. And at that moment, I felt my heart just drop. Because the way I used to deal with my insecurities and finding the list and finding myself on the list and being the second most ugliest person in the entire school year, was that I justified to myself that those were just kids. They were just boys, and boys do these things without knowing any better, and you know they're men now, so they do know better, and they don't do those things, right? And I'm a teacher now, so I know what boys are like at that age. And then I saw Renato do this, and Renato, somebody who was a decent grown-up man, and then he did this, and my heart just fell. Because I realized that most men are still making bad polls and still judging girls and women. And in that instant, every kind of insecurity that I've ever had about myself just sort of rose tenfold. And I kind of realized that this is the sentence on my life. And on the lives of other people who don't look like they come out of Cosmo. And he qualifies it by saying, well, I'm just stating the truth and stuff. Yeah, it is the truth, and it sucks. And as long as there are people like that in the world who still do those things, I think that we will always Barbie ourselves up to try and reach the mark. It's, I applaud you and I respect you for being one of the people who do go that beauty comes from the inside, that true beauty comes from the inside. But having said that, if I'm going to be completely honest, I can say that to myself till I'm blue in the face, and I'm dark-skinned, so that would really be a feat of genius or shallow words, because deep down inside the scars are already there. The bad pull factor is really deeply ingrained, and probably for the rest of my life I will think of myself as somebody who is not beautiful, who is not worthy, and no matter how much I achieve in my life and how much I succeed, I will always be trying to reach that mark, or reach the level where I will be regarded as beautiful. And of course that day will never come. Because if that perception of yourself is already in there, it'll never change. And I find this to be incredibly disheartening. And I'm lucky, you know, it's not like I'm looking for any other attention. You know, I'm married to a really great man and who's gorgeous, and I love him, and he's really sweet, and you know, he makes me feel good every day. But um well, I guess what I'm trying to say here is still that there will always be that feeling of inferiority, and I should really get over this. But what I wanted to say was, I liked your video. Today was the first day I've watched you, and I've watched some of your other ones now, and I really like you, and I will be subscribing, and I'm going to post a bulletin on my site about you. Peace and good luck.